Hello there, this is Dave, and I'm channeling the man in the moon. We're going to find out today what the future of the economy is. So, just for those, I've had a lot of people call me up with financial jitters. They're worried about their money and where it is. Let's see. Now, look, please don't take my advice as some kind of gospel. These are just impressions. I would definitely apply those to your experience and to the experiences of experts. And you decide, right? This should just be one thing that you consider when you think of finances. Okay. Oh, right. I'm seeing. So I often see this. I see money in like a big money in one pocket, and part of it going into the next. Hmm. So it seems like a small part, however, is moving, right? Yeah, a very small part. The economy's not looking great. So tell me, man in the moon, what should people do? Be careful, be conservative, put your money in varied places. These are all the same advice that any accountant would give you if you were considering retirement. Um, what if people are working class? Maybe they don't have any savings. What should they do? Or middle class people who don't have any savings. Save your money. If you've got an opportunity right now to do a second job, do it. If you've got an opportunity right now to somehow increase your income, do it. If you have the chance right now to not spend money on something you don't really need, don't. Keep the money, wait, give it 3 months, and then you'll have a better idea of investing it. So, in 3 months, the economy might not be doing so great over the next 3 months. And you don't want to be that person that's stuck without a job and desperately trying to survive in the next economy. I do not get a major decline. I just get it's just not great. It's just we're not seeing much growth. There's a little bit of money, so it's just a tiny bit of growth. And maybe there is a somewhat of a downturn. Is it going to be financial crisis or wow? Okay, is it crisis or what's happening here? It's not a crisis per se. It's just the economy is going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. So the stock market will zigzag a lot. And you don't want to, wait till it goes down and sell everything, right? So just try to stay calm and stay even, and don't just jump in and start reacting to the moment. Because is the long term better? Yeah, the long term is better. If you've got some money and it looks like it's going down, just keep it where it is. If it seems a reasonable thing to do, keep it where it is and wait for 3 months or so because it will come back. The economy will come back, and it'll come back pretty soon. So what month? I'm getting December, so there will be an initial rocky road as we go through the next political days, but there will be, it'll even out by December. And once December happens, I actually get that the economy is going to do better. Once we kind of weather this crisis, we're going to go back. The fundamental things about the economy are not that changed. They're still the same. It's still the same business making the same products, selling to the same people. It's more this psychological back and forth is really tough. It's really tough on the economy. And so as we go through the next stages, there's going to be a lot of just unknowns, which, the economy, market doesn't like. So what should people do with their money? And he's just like, keep it safe. Be conservative, very conservative. You will be much wiser if whatever money you can make and hide and save, you will be very wise to wait to get some bargains in September, October. I'm getting, September, October. So those would be the times if you were to, take that little bit of money, invest it then when it's down. Hmm. And look toward innovation. We as Americans have forgotten that we are the innovators, we are the creators, we're the makers of things. We are debating back and forth how much government should be involved and not involved, and that's a sideshow, right? The truth of the matter is we are inventors, we can make new things. There's no reason why we cannot create a single payer system that doesn't have the faults of other single payer systems. It's just propaganda that's just telling us otherwise. From that point of view, we are creators, we are inventors. If you really want to make money, just allow invention to start to seep into your consciousness. Understand that things are changing quickly and you will need to change as well. And now is the time to start thinking about ways that you could change your future. These are, people present them as impossibilities, like you can't change your job in the middle of your life. That is complete hogwash. Everything is going to change a lot. And you've better be prepared to change a lot. That could be easier if you're kind of sitting together with spirit, meditating, letting ideas come to you by not being distracted too much by all of these things that are going down. And is it September or October? September, October. He says then there'll be plenty of money. Then there'll be money to make, right? So just be very careful for the next money, and don't freak out. Don't lose it. You're not going to lose your fortune. If you've got your money in a reasonable plan, you're not going to lose anything. It's just going to go up and down, and it's going to upset you a bit. Try not to think about the next day. Think about the next 3 months, and 3 months from now, you'll be able to make a more careful and conscious decision. As a matter of fact, in 3 months, you'll probably be looking at a booming economy again. Is the economy going up? And yeah, next year the economy is going up and up and up. He says it's actually clean sailing next year. You're doing really, really well next year. So as of January, you'll be looking at a really increased economy. Like he's holding his arm like this. There's a major increase. And why? What happens? Because Trump's gone. Honestly, it's because Trump's gone. Whatever problems we have in the economy right now are because of this government. We don't know from Monday to Tuesday what it's going to do next. Some of its things the things that they do make no sense. The tariffs are not helping anyone. This is all in, Trump's noodle, and we're all, kind of buffeted by one person's decisions, and they are not, helpful. They're not informed decisions. Why does Trump want to, why is he messing with trade in this way? It's funny because I see him putting money in his own pocket. There's something about this trade. There's something about trade and tariffs and stuff that makes him money. Again, he's putting money in his own pocket. I kind of get the feeling that there's a political benefit for him, but also just a financial benefit. Like, it pretty much means that people have to come to him and beg for a treaty, right? Now, that's good for him. That's good for him. It makes him look powerful. It makes him look like he's doing something. It makes him look like he's a smart guy. Now, the truth of the matter is there is just some personal benefit for him, and that's because he's putting the money in his own pocket, and that's why he does what he does. And once he's gone, we'll be much more in a straight and narrow. We'll know what's going to happen. Our government will be more honest and transparent. People will have more trust in the future. They will be able to predict what's going to happen next and be able to make decisions and invest. Okay, and Adam Schiff, I've often seen Adam Schiff as the next president. And Adam Schiff is coming up here. What do you want to tell us, Adam? Yeah, how interesting. So I tell you, I sometimes get, an image of Christ, right? And it is a feeling of Christ's presence, actually. And as I do that, I just get the feeling that more compassion, that shifts the nature of Schiff just being more compassionate, more honest person. I would say a more, a person that's, more ethical is really going to do the economy a lot of good. People will see his example. They'll feel better about their government. They'll feel better about economy just in general. They'll just feel better. And that's not bad for an economy. People will stop fighting. Fighting is not good for an economy. People will come together after all this is said and done. People will start to come together to do good things. And, the Democratic Party will get off its butt and start doing some good things and start going back to doing what they should have been doing all of this time, and that is listening to the people who make the decision about whether they are elected or not. And that is the people, not the people who give them money, but the real people. And Mr. Schiff, is there anything else you want to tell us about the economy? He's just kind of saying common decency is good for an economy. Common decency is all that we really need right now. Just this decency of having good relationships with other countries, of knowing what's going on in the world because we have good relationships with other countries, of not fighting each other constantly, since we're at battle 24/7 with each other in the United States. We are missing the boat on a lot of economic possibilities that are existing right now around the world. China has been gaining a good deal of strength. We will come back and we will offer those people who would make deals with China more, deals that they can trust, deals with American people who are reasonably compassionate and honest. And that will be good for our economy. Is there anything else that we should do, Mr. Schiff, for our economy? He says, just be careful. Just be fairly guarded with your money. He's like, I would not try to game the system unless you are an expert at this economy, at investing or something. Do not try to game this system. It is going to be very, very unpredictable until things even out. Don't try to make $1 million by anticipating the markets crash. You'll just be confused by it. There are so many things going on that even the greatest expert cannot predict from day 1 to day 5 what is actually going to happen, which is the whole problem with the present economy. If you think the economy is good now, imagine how good the economy is going to be when we're free of this barrage of media, threat by 24/7 hours a day. People are coming together and they're sort of realizing their mistakes in a way, and they're, I do see people, just generally people are a little bit ashamed at the way that they've behaved and starting to see Mr. Schiff as a model and say, well, here we have a model of a reasonable person who's speaking reasonably but assertive, and we want to follow this model, and that makes for a better economy. It's just generally speaking, it makes for a better economy. How about the taxes? What about that huge tax break? He's not going to put up with this huge tax break. He's telling me, I am not happy with the tax break. He's like, it's a big problem. He says this economy is taking on tons of debt. Are you going to be able to put the kibosh on it? I can't. Is that a yes or a no? Are you going to be able to put the kibosh on the tax thing, the tax deal? He's telling me no, he isn't going to be able to stop the tax deal. Or it's going to be very problematic to do it. Maybe he's not, I'm going to guess that he's not entirely certain that it won't go through, but it's going to be really tough to get through because a lot of people have been bought. Even Democrats? He's like, yeah, especially Democrats. I'm not happy about this. He's like, it's a problem. And it makes me look bad that you guys, this tax thing went through. Let's ask one more time, are you going to be able to reverse the tax plan for 1919? He's like, okay, yeah. So it might be that this year's tax plan where the taxes are greatly reduced for some very wealthy people, but next year we start to feel the pain of that, and next year he's just like, we get rid of all that stuff and we start paying our bills and things go pretty well. So There will be an initial failure, an initial debt, if you will, but that won't last forever. It'll just be 1 year, and we'll barely make it. We'll get it done. We'll take care of it. It's unfortunate that there's 1 year where we missed it, but he's saying not, like, there's plenty of cash. The cash does show up at some point. He keeps showing me a sort of display of cash. Anything else you'd like to say? And he's just saying, look, be careful. Watch your money. Don't go scheming at all. Just be careful, be watchful, be calm. That's how you'll keep your money. And please don't worry too much about this. There will be economic changes. That's just natural and organic. But the long-term fundamentals of what's going on in our economy are still good. People are still buying our products. We're still making great things. We still have really smart people in this country who are working hard to create good, useful stuff. Right? Okay, and on that note, thanks for watching.